Going on, y'all? How's your guys' day going? Hope you're having a good day. My day's good. Thank you for asking. Something that was, I guess, irking me, or a little bit of a pet peeve, as I normally have, is the term professional hater. And the reason why this was on my mind, or that I was thinking about it, is because of how often I hear it. I feel like I hear, oh, I'm a professional hater. This guy's a professional hater, yada, 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 whatever it might mean. And it basically just means somebody who dislikes everything or dislikes a large variety of things that a person does, regardless of what it is. And don't get me wrong, that definitely is being a hater. But as a hater myself, that's quite literally what I'm known for, I feel like, with majority of my friendships. I feel like 99% of my friendships, at some point or another, I have hated on something extensively. But see, that is the key point that I feel like it's almost like I feel like my craft is being disillusioned. Like, it's like there is this wave of anybody can be a hater now, and that's definitely not the way that I'm hating on the new haters. That's how I feel. And I feel like it's because you can say anything now and be considered a hater, though. Like, you don't necessarily even have to have a reason anymore. And some might say that makes you the biggest hater of them all, is that you don't even have a reason. And yeah, sure, you could argue that. But in my opinion, I feel like the best haters are the people who know exactly why it is that they're even hating in the first place. And I don't know how to explain it. Like, there's a craft to it. You have to know how to hate in the right way to really be the best hater. Like, you can't be as good of a hater if the means of your, I guess, skills are lackluster. Like, if you have garbage skills, I'm gonna hate on your ability to hate, because the best haters know how to hate to the highest possible level, to the highest extent. Like, for example, not even that long ago, a couple videos ago, I was talking about overrated things, and I had brought up how I think GTA 5 is garbage. It's very, very plain. There really isn't anything special to it. It's really not that impressive, in my opinion, especially for a 2013 game, right? There were some pretty dope games coming around that time. 2013 was a great year. And so obviously I had a bunch of people hating on me, or maybe not hating on me, but I had a bunch of people, saying the normal stuff. But the funniest part about it was that they didn't even really have much of a reason as to why they thought that way. Or I don't know. They just kind of gave like a nothing answer, like, oh, this is just dumb. And then that's it. They just leave it at that. And normally that would be considered hating, but I don't even consider that hating. If anything, please, if you consider that hating, please hate on me more. I'm begging you. I am begging you to type a dissertation as to why you think I'm stupid, or why you think the way you do about whatever it is. Because I guarantee you, my level of hating will always outshine. It'll always one up. It'll always be better. But again, it's because I have my reasonings. And not only that, but more importantly than that, it's because I've seen, obviously, what I consider to be infinitely better. And so, in my opinion, when I see people glazing things, and I'm talking about glazing, like, there are people out here, man, who, like, I don't get it. I don't get it. This might be a little bit of a side note. I'm not going to take too long, but there is this new, I guess, just like, it's perfectly acceptable to love something for absolutely no reason. For no reason at all. And it's like, at any point in time that somebody else kind of raises like some suspicion, or says something that might be like, oh, this thing just isn't that good, people will freak out on you, which I don't know why. I don't know where that came from. But anyways, if you've seen something you consider to be the magnum opus, the masterpiece of whatever thing it is, and then you have somebody trying to tell you that their thing is better, just because, or they give you some lame answer that does not hold up at all, yeah, I'm gonna start hating. Because how dare you say that this thing should even be in the same room as the thing that I think is a million times better. And if you do believe that that thing is as good as you think it is, then you should absolutely be able to articulate and explain as to why it is you think that way. Otherwise, I'm gonna hate. Hell yeah, that's what hating is. Hating is the art form of understanding like why something has no place, which is very different from just critiquing, reviewing, or giving, like basically advice, or like kind of just like fixing things up, right? Like criticism. Those are very, very different from hating. Hating is like, you like, get this thing out of here, bro. Like, this thing has no place at all. Like, how dare you even touch the same doorknob as me, trying to walk into the same room. Like, that's basically the attitude you take when you hate on a thing. At least, again, that's how I feel about something. Like, I choose my things. I choose my things very carefully to hate on, because obviously I can appreciate and I can understand why people might think something is the way it is, or why it deserves to be recognized. But it's just, I don't know what it is, man. It makes me want to hate more. It makes me want to hate on the thing that they like so much, like simply because of the level, I guess. Like, it really is like, I guess the more that they enjoyed the thing, or the better it is. And even if I think it's like mid, right? Even if I think it's like a 5 out of 10 at best, I'm still going to hate as if I think it's a 0 or like a 1. Just because you should never be glazing that garbage thing to that extent. Like, there is never a reason why you should be glazing that thing that much. And so, yeah, I'm going to probably I'm going to hate even more, just for the principle, just for the love of the game. Like, it doesn't even have to necessarily be because I actually think that thing sucks. It might just because I want you to know how much I really don't care, or whatever it might be. I don't know. It depends. It depends. It has to be, your hating has to be precise. But I just see so many people trying to claim being a hater, trying to say, oh, this guy's a hater, this person's a hater, right? And all they end up really saying is like, oh, that thing is just kind of whatever. Like, that thing's not really all that, right? Like, they might say something like that, or even they might say something like, oh, it was okay. Even those people are considered haters. People who just think things are okay, which, in my opinion, that's worse. I would rather be talking to somebody who is the biggest hater, like an even bigger hater than myself, than talk to the guy, or person in general. It doesn't have to be a guy, but just talking to the person who thinks everything is just, it's all right, it's cool, which is kind of ironic, because I do say that a lot. I'm not going to lie. But I say that for a different reason. I don't say that for the same reason that another person might. When I say that, it's probably because I don't want to go into a 30-minute tangent explaining why the thing sucks, because you probably wouldn't even understand to begin with. And so I don't want to waste my breath trying to. But I can't imagine taking something and not giving it my all. And what I mean when I say that is, like, if I think something is good, my, I guess, analysis should be so precise that even good is considered way more than just good. So it's basically valuing your value, how much value you apply to the value of the things you're basically giving like approval of, in a way. So it's like, it's pretty much just like the saying, like, if you think everything's cool, nothing is cool. If you love everybody, you don't love anybody, right? It's basically that mentality. And so, like, music, right? Don't get me started, bro. I have nothing but legendary. No gray loot, no rare, no nothing but legendary. Every single song in there is of equal value. And I'm serious about that. I take that to the max. But I feel that way with everything. And I feel like it's only until you adopt that mentality that you really can be a hater. And it's even better too when somebody else tries to hate on you. I don't know why. It's almost like a Pokemon battle. It's like you're like Goku from Dragon Ball Z. It's like it doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's a challenge, it makes you want to do it. Like, for example, there was an episode in Dragon Ball Z where he doesn't even fight. He doesn't fight anybody. The challenge is to just solve a puzzle. It's literally like one of those puzzles where the pieces are connected together and you have to try to figure out how to take them off. He was down to do that just because it was a challenge. He didn't even care that it wasn't fighting. I'm the same exact way. It doesn't matter how trivial it is. We could, go to like a hate versus hate battle about, I don't know, like different types of weather. Like that's how extensive it gets. That's how deep it goes. And so I don't know. I just felt like I had to come on here and let everybody know that your hating is not hating enough. You need to be taking it to the next level. You need to be, coming with it, basically, having your stuff ready. Because I can't stand another time that I hear somebody, like, think about it like this. Let's say you dislike something. And let's say I also dislike that same thing. But if you give a lame reason as to why you dislike that thing, even despite the fact that I dislike it, I'm going to hate on you because you're not hating enough. You're not capable of understanding why you even dislike the thing in the first place. Like if your reasoning's like, bro, I'm going to give you guys a story. There was a time, I think I talked about this before. I can't remember. If I am, I'm just going to repeat it anyways. I remember I had joined a Discord server of this streamer I watch. And within the first day, there was a guy in there talking about Assassin's Creed. He was talking about Assassin's Creed Origins specifically. And I remember he was talking about it for whatever reason, like he was just going off, right? And so naturally, I had to start hating. So I told him, I was like, bro, that game is slop. Like that game is garbage, right? And he agreed with me. He's like, no, I do think that game is bad, but I don't think it's slop. And I was like, oh, okay, like I'll listen. So this guy gives me a dissertation as to why he thinks the game is great. And then he proceeds to give me his reasonings as to why he thinks it's bad. I want you to guess what in the world this guy could have possibly come up with. He told me that he thinks the game is bad because it wasn't historically accurate. And I don't just mean like the major stuff. I'm talking about like things like Cleopatra. Like he was upset, like his things that he thought that made the game bad were the most ridiculous aspects of the game possible. It's just, bro, like I don't want to get off track. This video is going to be an hour long. Excuse me. Basically, he ended up saying that. And I didn't even want to argue at that point. I was like, this guy has no idea what he's talking about. Like, I'm not going to waste my time talking to this guy if he clearly doesn't understand why a game is even a game in the first place. Because if anybody knows why that game is garbage, I guarantee you the very, very last point you're going to make is the historical accuracy of an Assassin's Creed game, bro. Like, what are you talking about? That game has some of the worst fighting, the worst RPG elements. It's a looter shooter somehow. It manages to combine the aspects of looter shooter and RPG together where nothing you grab matters. Those are the parts of the game that make it garbage, not the fact that Cleopatra's not wearing the right outfit or something like that, bro. Like, I'll never forget that. That was like... See, but the thing is, though, again, I know I'm repeating myself. Somebody would consider that guy to be a hater, when that's not what hating is. That's called just being dumb. You don't even know why. You don't have the ability to assess why you're even hating on the thing you're hating on. That's like basically just nitpicking, which, okay, again, yes, that could be considered hating, but it's just not, though. It's not. Like, I really wish I could explain the differences between it. I'm hating on the definition of hating. It's just, that's just not how it is. You can't come with some lame reasonings and then be considered a hater. Like, real haters have the best reasons why they hate on the things they hate. But anyways, I'm repeating myself. If you enjoyed this video, let me know what you think down below. If you agree, disagree. If you want to hate, please do so. I will read All of it. I don't care how long it is. Give me a wall of text as to whatever. It doesn't even have to be something specific. It could be me. It could be something you think, something you haven't heard, whatever it might be. But anyways, hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you for watching.